Los Angeles suddenly became the center of global attention when history was made at one of the most prestigious sports arenas. That night was not just a baseball game, but a stage that united music, sports, and pop culture. Thousands filled the stands with high expectations, unaware of how extraordinary the evening would be. The spotlight fell on two Korean icons who stepped onto the global stage. BTS's V and football superstar Sun Heung-min stood side by side at Dodger Stadium. Their appearance did not just excite the crowd, it created a moment many said transcended entertainment itself. It all began when the official announcement confirmed that V would throw the ceremonial first pitch at Dodger Stadium. The news spread instantly across social media. Tickets sold out within minutes, showing the immense draw of a K-pop idol on the world stage. Excitement wasn't limited to American fans. Supporters around the globe traveled to Los Angeles to witness history. Everyone wanted to see V on the mound, performing in a way that would go far beyond a sports ritual. As V walked to the pitcher's mound, the stadium erupted. Cameras zoomed in on his face, and thousands of phones lit up, capturing every move. The air was thick with anticipation. Beside him stood Sun Heung-min, Korea's beloved football hero who had already conquered the global stage. Two stars from different fields now shared one of America's biggest sports stages. The energy was unlike anything seen before. The crowd roared as V wound up for his throw. With smooth precision, he released the ball, sending it perfectly toward the catcher. The stadium exploded in applause, but the pitch symbolized far more than athletic skill, it represented BTS's long journey to worldwide acclaim. Fans burst into tears, laughter, and screams simultaneously. They realized this was more than tradition. It was history. The stadium became a sea of purple. Army fans waved their light sticks proudly, turning the Dodgers' home into what felt like a BTS concert. By morning, international headlines were filled with photos and stories of the night. News outlets declared that Los Angeles had witnessed history when music and sports united on the same stage. The collaboration between V and Sun Heung-min was hailed as a powerful representation of Korea's cultural influence. Together, they showcased how far their nation had risen on the world stage. For many, the night became a source of national pride. Cheers echoed not just for baseball, but for Korea itself. Images of V during the pitch went viral within hours. Hashtags trended worldwide on Twitter and TikTok, and fans who couldn't attend celebrated online, sharing clips across platforms. The internet overflowed with content from the event. Every clip, every post added to the momentum, amplifying the global impact of BTS. Meanwhile, Jungkook was dominating the charts. His solo track shattered records on Spotify, crossing billions of streams, a rare feat for a solo Korean artist. Music critics called it extraordinary. Jungkook's voice had proven capable of transcending borders and languages, resonating across the world. His music was more than numbers. Fans described deep emotional connections to his lyrics and melodies. His songs filled bedrooms, cars, and stadiums, creating shared experiences for millions. Amid celebrations, shocking news broke. Authorities announced the arrest of a criminal who had stolen Jungkook's identity in an attempt to manipulate HYBE's stock. The case stunned both fans and investors. The idea that someone would go so far to exploit a global star seemed unbelievable. But police acted quickly, arresting the suspect before the scheme escalated. HYBE responded swiftly with a statement. They reassured the public of their full support for Jungkook and promised protection against any threats to BTS. The words calmed fans and reassured markets. The case revealed the darker side of fame but also highlighted Jungkook's strong support system, from his fans to his company. Armies flooded social media with supportive messages, ensuring Jungkook knew he wasn't alone. Once again, the fandom showed its unity and strength. HYBE used the incident to reinforce its values, promising to always prioritize the safety and well-being of its artists. The company earned praise for its resilience and care. These three major events, V's first pitch, Jungkook's record-breaking music, and the swift arrest, stood as undeniable proof of BTS's global influence. Fans inside Dodger Stadium described the atmosphere as unlike anything they had ever experienced. It wasn't just about baseball, it was about the presence of cultural icons who brought new meaning to the game. Much attention was given to V and Sun Heung-min's bond. Together, they represented Korea with pride, showing how their homeland was no longer just part of global culture, but a force shaping it. For many, it was more than entertainment. It was history in motion, blending music and sports into something extraordinary. Jungkook's Spotify success added another jewel to BTS's crown. He proved that even individually, BTS members could dominate globally. Critics called it the second wave of BTS's success, the first as a group, now continued by members as soloists. The group's legacy had gained a new dimension. The identity theft case, though alarming, showed Jungkook's resilience. Despite the challenges, he stayed focused on music and fans, earning greater respect not only as an artist but as an individual. As the week closed, the message was clear. BTS was not just a music group, they were symbols of change, resilience, and unity. Los Angeles had seen more than a baseball game that night. It had seen history being written, where music, sports, and culture came together to show the unstoppable power of BTS. In the days that followed, global broadcasters replayed the footage of V's pitch and handshake with Sun Heung-min endlessly. News anchors called it a defining moment in the merging of sports and entertainment. Online, armies continued to trend hashtags, ensuring the memory of that night stayed alive in the digital bloodstream. Cultural analysts began weighing in, emphasizing that this was more than just celebrity appearances. The presence of V and Sun Heung-min symbolized a cultural bridge, proof that South Korea's influence now stretched across industries once considered separate. Baseball, music, and national pride had collided on one stage. At the same time, Jungkook's Spotify dominance became a second storyline. Critics argued that his solo achievements demonstrated BTS's ability to evolve beyond the group while still maintaining global impact. It wasn't a departure from BTS's legacy, but an expansion of it. The identity theft case added gravity to the week. It reminded the world of the risks that come with fame, but also highlighted the resilience of both Jungkook and HYBE. Their swift response reassured not only fans but also the financial markets, cementing HYBE's reputation as a company that protects its artists as much as it promotes them. By the end of the week, one conclusion was clear: BTS had transcended music. They had become cultural ambassadors, economic drivers, and symbols of a new global order where Korea's soft power led the way. Fans described the atmosphere in Los Angeles as life-changing. They felt they weren't just spectators but participants in a historical moment. Even those watching from home shared in the collective energy, proving the reach of BTS's influence across screens and borders. Analysts now argue that the events of that week marked the start of a new chapter. BTS was no longer simply responding to global culture, they were shaping it. And in doing so, they reminded the world that authenticity, resilience, and unity are the foundations of lasting influence. For V, Jungkook, and Sun Heung-min, Los Angeles wasn't just a stage. It was a canvas where history was painted in real time. A perfect pitch, a flawless record, a legal victory, together, they formed a story of triumph that echoed far beyond the stadium. And as the dust settled, one truth remained undeniable: BTS's story is far from over. If anything, it has only entered its next chapter, one that will continue to shape the cultural landscape for years to come. In the weeks after that unforgettable night in Los Angeles, the impact only grew stronger. International broadcasters replayed clips of V's perfect pitch and handshake with Sun Heung-min, while Jungkook's Spotify achievements kept dominating headlines. Even the identity theft case, though alarming, ended up reinforcing HYBE's reputation as a fortress around its artists. Cultural commentators began calling it a triple strike of history: V uniting music and sports on the Dodgers mound, Jungkook rewriting global streaming records, and the swift justice served against exploitation. Together, these events highlighted the sheer scale of BTS's global footprint. Fans didn't let the moment fade. Across continents, ARMY organized watch parties, created fan projects, and filled online spaces with tributes. The purple wave that lit up Dodgers Stadium became a symbol not just of fandom devotion, but of a cultural movement capable of shifting the world's attention in seconds. Industry analysts noted the business implications. V's Dodgers moment boosted ticket demand and merchandise sales, Jungkook's solo dominance strengthened BTS's long-term brand power, and HYBE's crisis management restored investor confidence. The message was clear: BTS wasn't just shaping culture, they were shaping economies.